Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to teach you on how to design the frame members using the FrameCE templates. With FrameCE, the design is done using the design templates, which means that FrameCE will not give everything for you. You have to designate or nominate the dimension of your members with a reinforcement, and then the FrameCE will tell you if it is safe or not. In this way, you, the structural engineer, will really feel that you're the one designing, because it is you who will give the sizes and FrameCE will just help you. Unlike with other programs wherein you have no choice but to accept the design from the software, which is not really a good idea, because it is us, the engineers, who should be in control of the design. Now let's start with the tutorial. At this moment, we are in analysis mode, as you can see here. Now, to go to the design mode, click this drop-down box and then choose design. Now, automatically, FrameCE will run the analysis and will ask you the load cases to be used in the design. So I will choose load case 3 and 4 in this example, and then I think I need to hide the element loads. It's easier for me to see the elements. Now you can see here there are different materials. Some of them are concrete, like these columns and the beams, and these elements here are steel members. Okay, so now if you click this member, this is a circular column, then FrameCE knows that this is a circular column, so it will find the template that is to be used for the element. So you can see here, this is a template for circular column. Okay, now let us try other members. See, for example, this one. This is a rectangular concrete column. If I will click this for the design, then FrameCE will give you the rectangular column design template, as you can see here. This is a rectangular column. Okay, and then if you click this member, this is a steel member, so another template will appear, which is for the design of steel sections. Okay, now if you design the column, the footing, you have to click the node. Now because these are 3D elements, I think it's easy for the design of footing. You have to go to the stick model, because nodes are not easily seen if you have a large 3D elements here. So with this, you can see that you are clicking the node and then click here, and the design template for footing will appear, and you have to do the design. Okay, now let's start the designing. Say for example, I will design this member here. This is a circular column. I will click this, and then the template will appear for this column. Now you can see here, you have to click and select the load case. Okay, here because I choose load cases 3 and 4. Now what you can see here, the element forces for the load case 3 and 4, but for each load case there are three points that you need to consider. These are the end node 1, the midspan, and the end node 2. Now if you click the end node 1, load case number 3, then FrameCE will populate the cell for the force and the moment. If you change the load case to this one, the midspan, and then the forces will also change, because the forces at the midspan are different from the forces at the end nodes. Okay, and then from this you can try your sizing. You can nominate the concrete strength, the yield strength, and the diameter of the column. Say for example, I will use a 750 diameter column with 25, say for example 25 diameter rebars. Now it says here it failed, so I have to change this to 800. Now it is safe, and then I will check with other load keys. Say for example at end node 1 it's still safe, at end node 2 it's no longer safe, it failed here. So again I have to change the dimension, say increase to 850, it still failed. Now it's safe, and it says here the rebar is below minimum, so I have to increase the number of rebars. Now it's okay, and then I will check with other load case. It's safe, another one, it's safe, and the last one again it's safe, which means that this is the right sizing and reinforcement for the column I have just selected. So after this you can save this as a PDF, and for you to print you can also go directly to printing and then close, and then go to the next member. Then now I will choose this element, I will design this member, and this is a rectangular column. What will happen is that the template for rectangular column will appear, and then just have to do the design here. The same thing as what I've done with the circular column. You have to nominate the concrete strength, your dimension of the column, the reinforcement, everything, and you don't have to worry, because anything you can change are unprotected cells, but cells wherein you cannot change are protected, so, because the FrameCE will calculate for the values at these cells. So it's very safe to do, because cells are protected for you to not to do some crazy things in the design. Okay, now I'll go to the next one. If I click this member here, this is a steel member. Again, the template for the steel member design will appear, and then just have to do the designing. Okay, say for example you have different choices of your steel member here. You go to the member which says safe, and you can save to as PDF. Okay, now for the footing, I think it's easy if I will go to stick model and then click this node here, and what you will see is a template for the footing. Then check the select the design load case, and then says here, say for example I choose this dimension. For example I will choose a dimension of 3 by 3 meters, and it says here that soil bearing fails, so I have to increase the size of the footing, and it's now safe. So it's very easy to do with these design templates, and you will feel that you are the structural engineer, because you have the complete control in the sizing of the members. So once you've done the design, go to the analysis mode, and then that's it.